You know, the field really is a group of people scattered all over Fort Worth with the sole purpose of really two things. And the first one is that we're learning to care for the things right in front of us. We're learning to care for our neighbors, our neighborhood, and people around us at work. And so we're really learning to be present. And the more we can be present in our communities and lifting our heads and anchoring down, the more we realize that there's a lot of needs right in front of us. So that's the first thing. And the second one is we're learning to care for each other. We're spread out in different neighborhoods, but the thing that really keeps us going is that we're caring for each other's burdens. And so we do that in many ways. We do that by eating meals together once a week and sharing life together. We call it a feast. And so as we care for each other, whether we're celebrating or whether we're mourning together, there's something unique about a meal that brings healing. One of the really neat things that we've learned over the past 3 years is the more often that we're present and just listening in our neighborhoods and falling in love with the things that Jesus really is passionate about, being an advocate for the broken, caring for the marginalized, the more likely it's been for us to fall right in the middle of a redemptive story.
I thought I had my life together. Everything was going according to how I had it planned. My wife left me, and I thought I was on strong footing at that point, but I realized that the rug had been pulled out from underneath me, and my life started to take a downward spiral. I had tied what my life was supposed to look like to my relationship with God, and so when it went south, so did my relationship. So one evening I was at a bar next to where I lived, and I was watching a playoff game, and this guy comes and sits down next to me. We strike up a great conversation, and it ended up being Joey. I think it was the only seat in the house, as it turned out. And it wasn't until the next day that I realized, as I was heading up there to meet Joey, that if God can use someone like Joey to meet me in the place where I was in my life, then he can use me to reach other people in similar situations. And that had such a profound impact, and it was a real spiritual eye-opener for me, because in reality, I had turned my back on church, and I had no intent on stepping back into church. And so this is just a testament to God's patience and Him showing love and reaching and meeting me where I am and where I was in my life. So after meeting with Joey a couple times for coffee, he invited me to one of their gatherings. And I was really in search of community, people that I could have fun with, party with, and live life with. And from the very beginning, it was just a natural fit for me. Everybody in the community accepted me, made me feel like a member of their family from the very beginning. Besides having a restoring effect on my soul, it inspired me to then branch out and show love to others in the community. As my involvement in the field grew and continued, God was writing the story of my life, and continues to write it to today. But I was still lacking. I wanted to get married again. I met this beautiful, awesome woman, ironically at the poorhouse, and we ended up getting married a short time later. We've been married about a year and a half, 2 years now. It's been an exciting, wonderful journey to this point.
What's been neat for me is I've finally found a husband who is leading me spiritually, and early on when we started dating, he said, "You want to come to the field with me?" And it was just an awesome experience. I was intimidated and scared because it was church, and that's not something that I had grown up going to. And the minute that I walked in the door, it was just it was very welcoming. I felt loved, like they were my family from day one.
We've actually recently bought our first house together here in a community in Fort Worth. It's been exciting to move into a neighborhood and start to connect and get to meet our neighbors.
Yeah, I think one of the exciting parts about this is we have neighbors who've never said hi to one another. And since we've moved in, we've connected the neighbors together, and we've recently got together and threw a block party, and since the block party, we've become a family.
I think what's exciting for us as we reflect back on our journey and how God has brought us together and really renewed both of our lives is that we're exactly where God wants us to be. We don't know where the story is going to end, but we're excited to be part of this journey.
You know, there's something special about community. When you take your eyes off of yourself and you lean into your neighbors and you lean into your body, the believers around you, and you realize that there's something special going on. It's something bigger than yourself, and it's been worth every minute of it.